spirits would be broken after 21 days. We go back in, walk in there with our head down, and say, boss, you know, I lost my head, boss, you know, but I'm back. You know, whatever I need to do, you know, I need my license. They would have did that right away. 21 years standing strong without a license, haven't backed up an inch. I mean, that's Malcolm X in the courtroom. That's Dr. Khalid Muhammad in the courtroom.
That's Nat Turner in the courtroom.
That's Nat Turner in the courtroom.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, Keisha ain't scared to say Nat Turner's name.
Yes, sir.
That was Keisha.
Yes, sir.
They got it on camera.
That's right.
That was Keisha.
That's right.
And she's strong in her own right. Give Sister Keisha a hand. So, 23 years leading this organization. All the pitfalls, all the obstructions, all the energy coming even from Washington this August when we were on the move developing the Freedom Party. The Freedom Party started right here. And snatched by some Negroes.
All right. Tell it.
Some low-light, well-known Negroes.
Tell it.
Snatched it.
Tell it.
When they saw us getting near the finish line, they had to do the master's bidding because they eating the master's meat.
Tell it.
That's right.
The death blow was that $7 million.
Yes. Right.
$7 million to take the Freedom Party.
Right.
Negroes don't even want to have the machines recalibrated and rechecked to find out and demand a recount. And yet y'all see them every day. Y'all see them every day and greet them like they rock stars. Won't even say anything. Come to we have a community session at Community Copper Town Hall meeting. I say, man, y'all can talk about what y'all want. Don't even mention Automatics been without a license 21 years. And I say, why? It ain't gonna be discussed on TV nowhere else. Ain't no radio station acknowledging Automatics has been disbarred 21 years and they can't even tell you what it was. I asked elected officials when I see them. I said, look, man, what about Automatics license? You should see the look on their face. David Patterson, God bless him.
Scared to death.
You know, when I asked him about Automatics, oh my goodness. You should have seen. I mean, when you governor, you were the closest thing to a king. You know what I'm talking about? When you governor, you're the closest thing to a king. Can't nobody check you. All you gotta do is sign it. It's done, and you ain't gotta answer to nobody. You're beyond review. When you governor, you can literally do anything. Matter of fact, Governor Patterson, it was a Jewish woman from another state, correct me if I'm wrong or tell me what state it was. She had a legal problem in another state, and it was a judgment against her. She came to Governor Patterson here, and whatever he did, he set it up where no matter what happens, you'll never pay that judgment as long as you stay here in New York. That's what he did. Am I right, Brother Over? That's what a governor could do. I asked him 3 things, and I've told you this before. I knew he wasn't going to do all 3. I asked the governor, every time we sat down, I asked him for 3 things. I said, 1, John White, would you free John White? Let that brother go back home to his family. Number 2, I said, reopen the case of police officer Omar Edwards who was killed by white cops. That was number 2. And the third one was reinstate Automatics or at least open the Tawana Brawley file. Do one or the other. And every time I mention Automatics' name, you should see the fright that was on his face.
You know that.
So we might not know here fully who Automatics' enemies are on high. But Governor Patterson knows. And those people he is not going to mess with. So I want Automatics to get his license back. It's going to be a tall order, an uphill battle. But are y'all willing to fight that battle? Raise your hand.
Yes, sir.
So now, I say to you, to the one who held the line when we didn't hold the line, the one who has stood up, who has been unashamedly, principally, just pro-black, not anti-white, pro-black, that have stood strong for these last 23 years, held everything together, Brother Alton Maddox.
Yeah!
Come on, stand up on the stand. Say forward together. Say forward together. Backward never. Forward together. Backward never. All right. No justice. No justice. No justice. What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? Where do we want it? Where do we want it? Where do we want it? What person that's to the left of the ground in their school, Africa, after 400 years? Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, for all of those kind words that have been expressed tonight. I certainly hope that my deeds and the deeds of the United African Movement have fitted those words. It has been 23 years of struggle. And I go back to 1988. Actually, we had been struggling for some time, and apparently there had been conversations that were being held behind my back, and we had been in sanctuary in Bethany Baptist Church for, as we said, 40 days and 40 nights. And then we came out of Bethany, and not knowing that the law enforcement officials had conducted intelligence and knew that we were going to break out of Bethany after 40 days and 40 nights, and we're going to go down to the Democratic National Convention.
Right.
And so we actually, I had actually gone to Atlanta earlier to make way for everybody coming down. One, because I knew the terrain very well, knew the people in Atlanta. And so I had actually gone down to make sure things worked out all right. And all of our dear friends and comrades and everybody got on this bus, and they were headed into a trap. They were going over the Verrazano Bridge, which is the shortest way to get out of New York City going south, especially leaving Brooklyn.
Right.
And so as the bus left the Bethany Baptist Church, and certainly it would be remiss if we didn't call the name of Dr. William Augustus Jones, who has been so much to the formation of the United African Movement, and really we still miss him today. Because he made his venue, his edifices, his church, and everything about Bethany available to all people, virtually at all times.
That's right.
And it was truly the people's church. The doors of the church were open all times for us to come in and do what we had to do, and we did. And so, as fate would have it, and I'm sorry getting caught up in this because somebody called me the other day and was telling me about, I think it was Ollie, about Gil Noble, who had expired and then came back. And so we left the church, at least UAM left the church that day, and they got a phone call in the middle of the trip to the Verrazano saying the minister would like to meet with everybody before you get to Atlanta.
Right.
Because he was actually on his route, on his way to Atlanta as well.
And